Every forest holds a heartbeat you can only hear when the world grows still. As daylight loosens its grip on the mountains and shadows begin to soften along the ridgelines, that quiet heartbeat slowly reveals itself. Here, in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, evening does not arrive suddenly. It drifts in gently, like a long breath being released after a warm summer day. The air cools just enough to invite rest. Leaves whisper softly to one another. Somewhere in the distance, a stream continues its patient conversation with stone. Above the forest canopy, the sky deepens into shades of blue and silver, carrying the last traces of sunlight away. This is the moment when the mountains begin to settle, and the night opens its arms. Welcome to sleepy nature sleep, where the wild grows soft and curiosity becomes calm. Tonight, let your thoughts follow the rhythm of the earth, your breathing settle like evening wind, and your mind wander gently through the quiet wild. Here, among these ancient Appalachian forests, summer nights hold a gentle secret. As darkness deepens, tiny lights begin to appear, first one, then another, then many. Fireflies rise slowly from the grasses and forest floor, their soft glows flickering like quiet thoughts drifting through the mind. They do not rush, they float, they pause, they glow, then fade, then glow again. There is no urgency here, no need to understand or analyze, just the simple presence of light moving through darkness, reminding us that even the smallest lives leave gentle impressions on the night. As you listen, allow your shoulders to relax. Let the weight of the day slide away, as naturally as daylight slipping behind the mountains. If your breathing feels shallow, invite it to slow. Inhale softly, as if drawing in the cool forest air. Exhale slowly, as if releasing the warmth stored in your body. You are not required to stay alert. You are not expected to follow every word. If your thoughts wander, let them. If sleep begins to approach, welcome it. This time belongs to rest, to stillness, to quiet companionship with the natural world. If you find comfort here, know that you are part of a gentle community, listeners who return to nature's slower rhythms when the world feels too loud. And if you wish to support this calm space, even a small gesture of kindness, subscribing, liking, or sharing, helps keep these quiet journeys flowing for others seeking rest. Tonight's story will carry us into the Great Smoky Mountains, into a summer night shaped by ancient forests, soft winds, and the quiet glow of fireflies. We will move slowly. We will listen closely. We will follow the subtle patterns that emerge only after dark. For now, simply rest where you are. Let the night settle around you like a familiar blanket. Let the forest breathe for you. And when you are ready, allow your awareness to drift beneath the leaves toward a single, gentle question, waiting quietly in the shadows. What does a forest remember when the lights come alive? As the night settles more deeply into the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest begins to feel inward and reflective, as though it is listening to itself. The sounds grow fewer, then softer. A breeze passes through the leaves without hurry. The ground, warmed by the sun all day, slowly releases its stored warmth back into the air. This is a time when questions arise naturally, without effort. Not questions that demand answers, but questions that rest quietly in the mind, like smooth stones at the bottom of a stream. Beneath the canopy of trees, surrounded by trunks that have stood for generations, a gentle thought begins to form. What does a forest remember? Not in words, of course, not in stories the way humans tell them, but in rhythms, in patterns, in quiet repetitions that unfold night after night, season after season. The forest remembers through cycles, through the slow return of summer warmth, through the familiar arrival of darkness, through the soft glow of fireflies appearing exactly when the night is ready to receive them. Here in the Smoky Mountains, memory feels woven into the land itself. The soil remembers rain. The roots remember the shape of stones beneath them. The trees remember how to lean toward light without rushing. And when night falls, the forest remembers how to become still. Fireflies seem to arrive as if answering this memory. Their lights do not interrupt the darkness. They belong to it. Each gentle glow feels like a quiet acknowledgement, an echo of nights long past, when these mountains looked much the same, and the forest breathed in the same slow way. As you listen, you may notice your own memories drifting gently to the surface, not sharp or demanding, but soft-edged, perhaps a summer evening from long ago, a moment when time seemed unimportant, a memory of watching small lights in the dark, or simply lying still and listening to the world settle around you. There's no need to hold on to these thoughts. Let them appear, then fade, like firefly light, dissolving back into the night. The forest does not cling to memory. It allows each moment to arrive fully, then pass on when it is ready. This question, what does a forest remember, does not ask for resolution. It invites you to slow down, to notice how memory can exist without effort, how patterns repeat without pressure, how rest can be part of remembering. As your breathing becomes steadier, imagine the forest breathing alongside you. Inhale as the leaves lift slightly in the breeze. Exhale as the forest settles again into quiet. There's a shared rhythm here, calm and unspoken. Tonight, we will not rush toward answers. We will simply walk gently alongside this question, letting it guide our attention deeper into the Smoky Mountains. Through glowing nights and patient landscapes, through small details that widen into something peaceful and whole. For now, allow the question to rest lightly in your mind, like a leaf floating on still water. What does a forest remember when the night grows bright with quiet light? Let that thought drift with you as we begin to look more closely at the land itself, the shapes, textures, and gentle spaces that hold this summer night. Before the fireflies rise, before their quiet lights begin to stitch the darkness together, the land itself prepares the night. The Great Smoky Mountains rest beneath a soft veil of evening, their familiar outlines easing into gentler shapes as daylight fades. Ridges soften, valleys deepen. The forest becomes less about what is seen and more about what is felt. These mountains are old, older than memory, older than story. Over time, they have learned how to welcome the night without resistance. When darkness arrives, it does not take anything away. It simply reveals a slower way of being. The forest floor settles first. Ferns grow still. Fallen leaves lie undisturbed, holding the warmth of the day a little longer. Moss-covered stones release coolness into the air. Above them, tree trunks rise quietly, their bark textured with years of rain, mist, and gentle change. A faint haze drifts through the valleys, giving the Smoky Mountains their name. It moves without intention, shaped only by temperature and time. This mist softens sound and light, creating a space where everything feels slightly farther away, slightly quieter. It is a landscape designed for rest. As night deepens, the forest canopy becomes a shelter rather than a ceiling. Leaves overlap, forming dark silhouettes against the sky. Stars appear slowly, one by one, never competing for attention. Somewhere above, the moon lends a faint silver glow, just enough to outline branches and trails without breaking the calm. Within this setting, life continues at a gentle pace. Insects hum softly, not as noise, but as texture. A distant owl settles into stillness. The stream flows on, unchanged by night or day, carrying reflections of moonlight across its surface. Everything feels balanced, unhurried, complete. This is the world the fireflies belong to. They are not separate from it. Their light is shaped by the forest's patience, by the moisture in the air, by the quiet safety of deep shade. The landscape does not announce their arrival. It simply makes space. As you imagine this place, allow your attention to rest on small details. The way the air cools gently against skin, the subtle scent of earth and leaves, the feeling of standing within a space that asks nothing of you. You do not need to explore. You do not need to move forward. The landscape comes to you, unfolding slowly, layer by layer, like a familiar path remembered by the body rather than the mind. Let your breathing match the land's pace. Inhale softly as the mountains rise and fall in the distance. Exhale slowly as valleys deepen into shadow. There is no destination tonight, only presence. This overview is not meant to inform, but to ease you into the night's rhythm. The Smoky Mountains are not a backdrop. They are a companion, holding the silence steady while smaller stories begin to glow. And soon, within this calm and waiting landscape, tiny lights will lift gently into view, each one a quiet continuation of the land's long unspoken memory. As twilight settles fully into the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest begins a gentle transition. Day does not end here with finality. Instead, it softens, dissolving quietly into night. Colors fade into deeper shades, edges blur. The world grows less defined and more welcoming. It is within this unhurried shift that the first fireflies appear. At first, they are easy to miss. A single point of light glows briefly near the ground, then disappears. Moments pass. Another light flickers farther away, hovering just above the grasses. There's no pattern yet, no gathering. Only the sense that something small and patient is waking with the night. Fireflies do not rush into the evening. They emerge gradually, as though listening first, sensing when the forest is ready. Their light is soft, never sharp. It does not cut through the darkness, but rests within it, like a breath held gently and then released. In the Smoky Mountains, summer air carries warmth even after the sun has gone. This warmth lingers close to the ground, creating a comfortable space where fireflies rise and drift. Their movement feels effortless. They float more than they fly, following slow, looping paths that seem guided by the air itself. As more lights appear, the forest floor begins to glow in scattered points. The effect is not brightness, but depth. Darkness becomes layered, textured with these quiet signals. Each glow lasts only a moment, yet together they create a feeling of continuity, like a calm conversation unfolding without words. Fireflies are part of the forest's evening rhythm. Their light is not meant to impress or overwhelm. It simply exists, repeating softly, night after night. The forest accepts this light without response, holding it gently among leaves and branches. As you imagine these first lights, allow your focus to narrow. You do not need to take in the whole forest. Rest your attention on the single glow. Watch it appear. Notice how it lingers just long enough to be seen. Then notice how easily it fades. There is comfort in this briefness. Nothing asks to be held. Nothing insists on staying. The firefly glows, then rests again in darkness, trusting the night to hold it. Your breathing may naturally slow here. Inhale softly as a light appears. Exhale as it fades. Let this rhythm guide you, simple and steady. There is no need to count, no need to control. The forest sets the pace. Around you, the Smoky Mountains remain still and supportive. Trees stand quietly. The ground remains warm and steady beneath everything that moves. The sky darkens gently, without hurry. These first fireflies are not yet many. They are an introduction, a quiet signal that the night has fully arrived and that the forest is ready to reveal one of its most delicate patterns. Stay here for a moment longer, resting with the slow appearance of light. Let the simplicity of this beginning ease you further into calm as the fireflies continue to gather and the night continues to deepen. As the night settles more comfortably over the Great Smoky Mountains, the scattered points of light begin to feel less like coincidences and more like a gentle rhythm. Fireflies continue to rise from the forest floor, their glows appearing and fading with a quiet consistency that feels almost familiar. There is no urgency in their movement. Each firefly follows its own slow path, guided by instincts shaped over countless summer nights. Their light does not stay on. It pulses softly, allowing darkness to return between moments of brightness. This pause is as important as the glow itself, giving the night room to breathe. Here, the forest seems to listen. Leaves hold still. The air remains warm and patient. Even the sounds of insects settle into a softer background, as though making space for this delicate display. Nothing competes for attention. Everything cooperates without effort. Fireflies use light as a form of quiet communication, but this exchange does not feel busy or demanding. It unfolds slowly, respectfully, as if each glow is offered and received without expectation. There is no crowding, no overlapping noise, only the sense of small lives moving in harmony with their surroundings. As more fireflies appear, their individual rhythms begin to feel connected. The forest floor becomes dotted with soft pulses of light, rising slightly higher as the evening deepens. Some glows hover low among grasses and fallen leaves. Others drift closer to branches and shrubs, weaving gently through layers of vegetation. This rhythm is not meant to be followed closely or analyzed. It is meant to be felt, like the steady rise and fall of breathing or the sound of distant water flowing through stone. It invites your awareness to slow and soften. If your thoughts begin to wander, let them move as freely as the fireflies. There's no need to bring them back. The rhythm of light continues, whether it is observed or not. You are simply resting alongside it. Imagine your body settling into the ground beneath you, supported and still. With each soft glow, allow your muscles to relax a little more. With each return to darkness, allow yourself to let go of effort. The Smoky Mountains hold this rhythm gently. The trees do not lean closer to watch. The sky does not brighten in response. Everything remains balanced, allowing the fireflies to exist without disturbance. This gentle exchange of light and dark reflects a deeper pattern found throughout the forest. Growth and rest, movement and stillness, presence and release. Nothing stays in one state for long, and nothing needs to. As you breathe slowly, feel how naturally this rhythm aligns with your own need for rest. The fireflies do not try to stay awake. They follow the night. They move when it feels right, and they pause when it does not. Stay with this rhythm for a while. Let it wash over you without interpretation. There is no lesson to learn, no detail to remember. Only the quiet comfort of light appearing, then resting again in the dark. And as the fireflies continue their calm exchange, the night deepens further, ready to reveal even more subtle patterns woven gently into the forest. As the night settles more fully into the Great Smoky Mountains, the fireflies seem to find their place within the forest. Their light no longer feels separate from the land. It feels held, gently supported by leaves, branches, and the quiet spaces between them. The forest does not react. It does not shift or stir. Instead, it offers a kind of calm shelter, allowing the glow to exist without interruption. Tree trunks rise like steady pillars. Ferns remain still beneath them. The air rests softly against everything it touches. Fireflies drift through this layered world with ease. Some linger close to the ground, where fallen leaves create soft shadows. Others move slowly upward, tracing gentle arcs through low branches. Their light reflects faintly off bark and moss, creating brief moments of depth and texture before fading again. This space feels safe and contained. The canopy above filters the night sky, allowing only small fragments of moonlight to reach the forest floor. Darkness becomes something nurturing rather than empty. It wraps around the fireflies, making each glow feel intentional, unhurried, and complete. As you imagine this scene, let your awareness settle into the same sense of being held. There's no need to remain alert. The forest carries the night's movement for you. The fireflies carry the light. You are free to rest within the space between. Notice how stillness does not mean absence. Life continues quietly, in balance. Insects hum softly, not as sound, but as presence. A distant stream reflects faint light, its surface smooth and undisturbed. The mountains themselves remain unchanged, steady and patient beneath the stars. Fireflies seem to trust this stillness. They do not compete with one another. They do not hurry from one place to the next. Each small glow appears exactly where it belongs, then releases itself back into the dark. Your breathing may feel slower now, deeper without effort. Let each inhale arrive naturally. Let each exhale lengthen gently, as though the forest itself is encouraging release. There is nothing to anticipate, nothing to prepare for. The Smoky Mountains have held nights like this for a very long time. Summer after summer, they make room for quiet patterns to return. Fireflies rise, lights glow softly. Darkness receives them again. The land remembers how to remain calm. In this moment, you are part of that memory, not as an observer, but as a presence resting quietly alongside everything else. The forest does not require your attention. It offers companionship instead. Stay here for a while longer. Let the sense of being held settle into your body. Let the glow appear and fade without effort. Let the night continue unfolding at its own gentle pace. Soon, deeper patterns will emerge within this calm, subtle connections between light, movement, and time. But for now, there is only stillness, softness, and the quiet comfort of a forest holding the glow. As the night deepens in the Great Smoky Mountains, the fireflies' glow begins to feel less like movement and more like listening. Their light appears with a quiet attentiveness, as though each small pulse is aware of the space around it. Nothing rushes forward. Nothing pulls away. The forest and the fireflies seem to share a gentle understanding. The air grows slightly cooler now, but remains comfortable, resting softly against leaves and skin alike. Moisture settles into the forest, smoothing sharp edges and softening every sound. Even the insects seem to hum more slowly, their presence blending into the background like a distant, steady breath. Fireflies hover, pause, and drift again. Their light does not compete with the night. It responds to it. Each glow feels timed not by urgency, but by patience, by an instinct shaped to move only when the moment feels right. In this way, the fireflies seem to listen first and glow second. As you imagine these moments, allow your attention to rest lightly. You do not need to follow any single firefly for long. Let your gaze soften, taking in the quiet rhythm as a whole. Light appears here. Darkness returns there. Everything feels balanced without effort. The forest holds this balance carefully. Branches sway just enough to acknowledge the breeze. Leaves brush gently against one another, creating soft, irregular sounds that never repeat exactly the same way. The ground remains steady and warm, offering a sense of reassurance beneath all that drifts above it. There is a calm intelligence in this exchange. Not a kind that explains or instructs, but one that simply knows when to move and when to rest. The fireflies do not glow constantly. They allow space between moments. The forest does not fill every silence. It leaves room for stillness. As your breathing continues to slow, notice how naturally it mirrors this pattern. Inhale and feel the air arrive without force. Exhale and let it leave without effort. There is no need to deepen the breath. It finds its own comfortable rhythm, guided by the night. Memories may pass through your thoughts now, softened by the calm. Or perhaps your mind grows quieter, content to rest in sensation rather than reflection. Both are welcome here. The forest does not distinguish between thinking and resting. It accepts each state without judgment. Fireflies continue their gentle conversation with the dark, lighting small pockets of space and then releasing them again. Their glow feels less like an event and more like a reassurance that even in darkness, gentle signals persist. Stay with this feeling of quiet listening. Let the forest listen for you. Let the fireflies glow without needing your attention. Let yourself drift comfortably within this shared stillness as the night settles further into its calm, unbroken flow. As the Great Smoky Mountains move deeper into night, the forest seems to settle into a shared rhythm, slow and steady. The air feels fuller now, as though it carries the memory of warmth and the promise of rest at the same time. Nothing presses forward. Everything eases gently into place. Fireflies continue to drift through the dark, their lights appearing with a softness that feels almost comforting. Each glow arrives like a quiet breath in, and each return to darkness feels like a breath out. Over time, this pattern becomes soothing, familiar, and unspoken. The forest itself appears to breathe along with them. Leaves lift slightly, then fall back into stillness. The breeze moves through branches in long, unhurried waves. Even the ground seems to rise and fall subtly, holding the warmth of the day and releasing it slowly into the night air. As you imagine this breathing forest, allow your own body to follow. There's no need to change anything deliberately. Simply notice how the rhythm of the night encourages softness. Shoulders lower, jaw relaxes, muscles release their quiet tension, one small area at a time. Fireflies seem to move within this breathing space with ease. They rise gently, pause, and drift again. Never cutting through the air, never forcing a direction. Their light does not dominate the darkness. It coexists with it, creating a sense of depth rather than brightness. This breathing night feels safe and predictable. There are no sudden changes, no sharp contrasts. The forest offers continuity, reminding everything within it that rest is natural and allowed. You may notice your thoughts growing more spaced out now, with longer pauses between them. This is not something to resist or hold on to. It is simply another sign of the night's rhythm being shared. The forest does not hurry the mind. It gives it room. The Smoky Mountains have breathed like this for a very long time. Long before trails were walked or names were given, the land followed this slow exchange of warmth and coolness, light and dark. Fireflies have always been part of that exchange, offering their soft pulses as gentle markers of time passing without pressure. As your breathing continues to align with the night, imagine yourself resting comfortably within this rhythm, supported by the ground, surrounded by stillness, free from expectation. Stay here, breathing with the forest and the fireflies. Let each glow remind you that it is enough to simply be present, to rise and rest in gentle cycles. The night continues to deepen, ready to carry this calm even further as more subtle patterns unfold within the glowing quiet of the Smoky Mountains. As the night becomes more settled, the firefly's light begins to feel like a quiet language, one spoken slowly, with long pauses between words. These signals are not meant to carry urgency or instruction. They exist simply to be shared, drifting gently through the dark spaces of the forest. In the Great Smoky Mountains, darkness is never empty. It holds layers of sound, warmth, and movement, all softened by time. Within this calm, the firefly's glow feels like a subtle reassurance, appearing exactly where it is needed, then resting again. Each light seems to acknowledge the presence of others without demanding response. A glow appears nearby, then another farther away. They do not overlap or crowd. Instead, they create a gentle spacing, like notes placed carefully within a slow piece of music. The pauses between them are as meaningful as the light itself. The forest receives these signals without comment. Leaves do not turn, branches do not shift. The night simply holds each glow as it arrives, allowing it to fade naturally when it is ready. There is no interruption, no expectation of continuation. As you imagine this exchange, notice how it affects your own sense of time. Moments feel longer here. Seconds stretch comfortably. There is no need to track the passing of anything. The night unfolds at a pace that feels kind. Your breathing may now feel almost effortless, moving on its own without attention. Inhale gently, as though receiving the soft signal of light. Exhale slowly, releasing back into darkness. This simple cycle continues without effort, guided by the forest's quiet presence. Fireflies drift slightly higher now, weaving through low branches and open spaces. Their light reflects faintly off leaves, creating brief, muted echoes that deepen the sense of depth rather than brightness. Nothing feels sharp or sudden. Everything remains rounded, softened by shadow and air. This quiet signaling mirrors a deeper pattern within the forest. Life here does not announce itself loudly. It reveals itself slowly through repetition and patience. Growth happens without spectacle. Change arrives gently, carried on small movements rather than dramatic shifts. As your thoughts grow softer, you may find them drifting in and out of awareness. This is not something to correct. The night welcomes this gentle wandering. The forest does not ask for focus. It offers rest instead. Stay with the feeling of these soft signals for a while longer. Let the light appear without effort. Let it fade without concern. Trust that the forest continues its calm exchange, whether you are watching or resting. Soon, the firefly's presence will begin to feel even more unified, as though the night itself is learning how to glow quietly from within. For now, remain here, supported by darkness, guided by gentle light, and held by the slow, steady rhythm of the Smoky Mountains. As the night continues to deepen in the Great Smoky Mountains, the fireflies become more numerous, yet the forest never feels crowded. Their presence grows gently, like a calm gathering rather than an arrival. Light appears in more places now, scattered throughout the understory, floating above grasses and lingering near the edges of trees. This growing number does not bring noise or urgency. Each glow remains soft and brief, appearing and resting again in its own time. Together, they create a sense of companionship, many small lights sharing the same quiet space without demanding attention from one another. The forest holds this gathering with ease. Branches remain still. The air continues to rest gently against leaves and bark. The ground stays warm and steady beneath everything that drifts above it. There is a feeling of quiet inclusion here, as though every small presence belongs exactly where it is. As you imagine this scene, allow yourself to feel included as well. There is no need to stand apart or observe from a distance. You are simply here, resting among these gentle lights, held by the same calm that holds the forest. Fireflies rise and fall slowly, tracing unhurried paths through the air. Some glows appear close, others farther away, creating a sense of depth that feels comforting rather than overwhelming. Darkness remains present, supportive, giving the light a place to rest. Your breathing may now feel deeply settled, moving in smooth, unbroken cycles. With each inhale, receive the softness of the night. With each exhale, allow yourself to sink more fully into stillness. There is nothing to prepare for, nothing to anticipate. The Smoky Mountains seem to accept this quiet gathering as part of their nightly rhythm. Summer evenings like this have unfolded for countless years, repeating with gentle familiarity. The land remembers how to make room for small lights without needing to change. In this moment, the forest teaches a simple truth through example. Togetherness does not require closeness. Presence does not require effort. Many small lives can share space peacefully, each following its own calm rhythm. Let this feeling settle within you. Allow any lingering tension to dissolve, replaced by the ease of being supported by something larger and patient. The night does not rush you forward. It invites you to stay. As the fireflies continue their quiet gathering, their light begins to feel less individual and more collective. A soft, shared glow spread gently across the forest. This calm expansion prepares the way for even deeper patterns to emerge as the night carries everything further into rest. As the night settles fully over the Great Smoky Mountains, the fireflies' gentle gathering begins to feel subtly unified. Their lights, still soft and unhurried, seem to acknowledge one another in quiet harmony. Without signaling or instruction, patterns begin to emerge, slow, shared rhythms that feel natural rather than deliberate. The forest remains calm and receptive. Trees stand quietly, their branches forming layered silhouettes against the darkened sky. Leaves rest without movement, as though listening. The air feels smooth and steady, carrying warmth and moisture in equal measure. Everything appears ready to hold this moment of gentle alignment. Fireflies rise and drift in loose coordination, their glows appearing within similar spans of time, then fading together. It is not perfect or rigid. It feels organic, shaped by instinct and environment rather than precision. The effect is soothing, like waves moving across a still lake without disturbance. This shared rhythm does not demand attention. It invites ease. The light comes and goes with such softness that it feels less like watching and more like being carried by a slow current. There is no beginning or end to focus on, only a continuous, calming flow. As you rest with this image, notice how your awareness begins to soften further. Thoughts lose their edges. Sensations blend gently into one another. Your body feels supported, as though resting within the night rather than on the surface of it. The Smoky Mountains seem to cradle this quiet harmony. These forests have known countless evenings shaped by subtle cooperation, roots sharing space underground, leaves filtering light together, streams flowing side by side without collision. The fireflies' shared glow feels like another expression of this long-held balance. Your breathing now mirrors the gentle unity of the scene. Inhale and exhale move smoothly, without pause or effort. Each breath feels complete on its own, yet connected to the next. There's no need to deepen or slow it intentionally. The night has already guided it into comfort. Fireflies continue to glow and rest, creating a sense of continuity that feels reassuring. Darkness remains present, not as absence, but as a soft container for light. Together, they form a complete and peaceful whole. This moment carries a quiet lesson, though it does not insist on being understood. Harmony does not require sameness. Connection does not require closeness. Gentle alignment arises naturally when there is space, patience, and trust. Stay with this feeling of shared calm for a while longer. Let the forest hold you as it holds the light. Let the slow rhythm of the fireflies guide you deeper into rest as the night continues to unfold without expectation or urgency. As the night continues its quiet unfolding in the Great Smoky Mountains, the fireflies' gentle rhythm begins to feel familiar, as though it has always belonged here. Their light rises and rests in a way that feels remembered rather than discovered, woven seamlessly into the forest's long, unbroken memory. The land holds patterns patiently. It remembers how evenings cool. It remembers where mist settles in the valleys. It remembers how sound softens under leaves and how darkness deepens without pressure. The fireflies move within these remembered spaces, guided by cues older than any single summer. Their glow feels less like an action and more like a response, an echo of the forest's readiness. Light appears when the air is warm enough, when the ground has released its heat, when the night has settled into calm. Nothing is forced. Everything arrives at its own gentle time. As you rest with this scene, imagine the forest itself recognizing the pattern. Tree trunks remain steady. Roots rest quietly beneath the soil. Even the smallest plants seem to accept the glow as part of the night's familiar rhythm. There is no surprise here, only continuity. Fireflies drift slightly higher now, their light moving through open spaces between branches. The pulses feel measured, unhurried, as though guided by the forest's deep sense of timing. Darkness returns between each glow, allowing rest to remain central. Your breathing may now feel almost indistinguishable from the night's movement. Inhale and exhale flow naturally, without effort or awareness. There's a sense of being carried, of not needing to hold yourself upright or attentive. The Smoky Mountains have witnessed countless nights like this, shaped by small repetitions that add up to something enduring. Summer follows spring, night follows day. Light appears, then rests. These patterns do not demand memory. They live within the land itself. As thoughts drift through your mind, notice how they too follow a pattern, appearing gently, then fading without resistance. There is no need to hold on to them or guide them away. Like the fireflies' glow, they come and go naturally. This remembered rhythm offers reassurance. It suggests that rest is not something to achieve, but something to return to. The forest does not strive to be calm. It simply allows calm to unfold. Stay with this sense of belonging within a larger pattern. Let the forest remember for you. Let the fireflies continue their soft exchange of light and dark. Let yourself rest comfortably within this continuity as the night deepens further into its quiet, familiar flow. As the evening continues to unfold in the Great Smoky Mountains, the night begins to feel like a slow-moving current, gentle, steady, and all-encompassing. Nothing pushes forward, nothing pulls away. Everything drifts together in a calm, shared direction. The fireflies move within this current with ease. Their light appears and fades in smooth intervals, carried by the same quiet flow that moves the mist through the valleys and the breeze through the leaves. Each glow feels guided by the night itself, not by effort or intention. The forest responds by remaining still and open. Tree branches sway only slightly, acknowledging the movement of air without interrupting it. Leaves rest against one another, forming layers of shadow and texture. The ground remains steady and warm, offering a sense of grounding beneath the gentle motion above. As you imagine this slow current, allow yourself to drift within it. There is no direction to follow, no path to choose. The night carries everything evenly, including your attention. Thoughts float through the mind like leaves on water, never settling long enough to require focus. Your breathing continues to align naturally with this movement. Inhale and exhale flow together, smooth and unbroken. There is no need to count or adjust. The rhythm finds itself, guided by the same quiet current that shapes the forest. Fireflies trace small arcs through the air, their paths curving gently rather than cutting straight lines. Their light never lingers too long. It arrives, glows softly, and then returns to darkness, leaving the space calm and undisturbed. The Smoky Mountains seem to welcome this gentle motion. These lands have been shaped by slow processes, rain smoothing stone, roots widening cracks, mist settling night after night. The fireflies' movement feels like a continuation of this long, patient shaping. In this space, time loses its sharp edges. Moments blend into one another without clear boundaries. There is no sense of waiting or anticipation. The night simply continues, offering the same calm rhythm again and again. As your awareness softens further, you may notice a growing sense of ease. The body feels heavier in a comfortable way, supported by the ground and the air alike. Muscles relax without instruction. Stillness and movement coexist naturally. Stay with this feeling of gentle drift. Let the slow current of the night carry you, just as it carries the fireflies, the mist, and the quiet sounds of the forest. There is nothing to hold on to, and nothing to release. The night continues its steady flow, guiding everything deeper into rest as the forest and the fireflies move together in calm, unbroken harmony. As the night settles into a deeper calm in the Great Smoky Mountains, attention begins to shift from the firefly's light to the space that holds it. Between each gentle glow, there is air, soft, warm, and still. This space feels just as important as the light itself, offering quiet balance and rest. The fireflies continue their slow drifting, but now their pauses feel longer, more spacious. Darkness is not empty here. It is full of subtle presence. It holds sound gently. It carries warmth. It gives each glow a place to arrive and a place to fade. The forest seems aware of this balance. Leaves remain still, allowing the air to rest among them. Branches create open pathways where light and darkness meet without interruption. The ground, layered with fallen leaves, absorbs sound and movement, keeping everything soft and contained. As you imagine the space between the glows, allow your own awareness to settle there. Rest in the pauses between thoughts. Notice how comfortable those quiet spaces feel. There's no need to fill them. They are complete on their own. Your breathing naturally reflects this rhythm. Inhale arrives gently, then pauses. Exhale flows out slowly, then rests again. These moments of stillness between breaths are not gaps. They are moments of balance, allowing the body to remain at ease. Fireflies seem to honor these spaces instinctively. Their light never rushes back on. It waits, allowing darkness to fully return before glowing again. This patience gives the night its depth and softness. The Smoky Mountains hold this quiet spaciousness with care. Mist drifts lazily through the valleys, filling open air without urgency. The sky above remains dark and wide, offering a sense of openness rather than distance. As your thoughts grow lighter, you may find them dissolving into these quiet spaces as well. This is not something to guide or control. The forest provides enough structure. You are free to rest within it. The air between the glows carries a gentle lesson. Rest does not require effort. Stillness does not need to be earned. Space itself can be comforting. Stay with this feeling for a while longer. Let the pauses stretch naturally. Let the night hold both light and darkness with equal care. Allow yourself to settle fully into the calm that lives between moments. Soon, the journey will begin to open into wider reflections. But for now, remain here, resting in the quiet air, supported by the forest and gently carried by the spaces between each soft, fading glow. As the night continues to rest over the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest feels quietly alive with gentle conversations. These are not exchanges of sound or movement, but of presence, subtle acknowledgments passing softly between air, leaf, light, and shadow. Fireflies continue their calm rhythm, their glows appearing as if in response to something unseen. Each light feels like a small reply rather than an announcement. The darkness receives it patiently, holding it just long enough before allowing it to fade back into stillness. The forest seems to participate without motion. Trees stand quietly, their leaves creating layers of silence rather than sound. The ground remains steady, absorbing warmth and offering it back slowly. Even the mist drifting through the valleys feels like part of this quiet exchange, moving without direction, guided only by the night's gentle balance. As you imagine these soft conversations, notice how they ask nothing of you. You do not need to understand them. You do not need to follow them. They continue whether or not they are observed, unfolding in a way that feels complete and unhurried. Your breathing may now feel deeply settled, as though it has found a natural resting place. Inhale and exhale move smoothly, supported by the calm around you. Each breath feels like a quiet response to the forest's steady presence. Fireflies drift closer together at times, then farther apart, never disrupting the calm. Their light feels warm rather than bright, blending easily into the night. There is a sense of cooperation here. not through effort, but through shared ease. The Smoky Mountains have always carried these gentle exchanges. Long before paths were walked or names were spoken, the forest communicated through balance, through moisture and warmth, through light and shadow, through growth and rest. The firefly's glow feels like a continuation of this long, quiet dialogue. As thoughts pass through your mind, allow them to become part of this gentle conversation as well. They can appear briefly, then drift away without needing attention. There is no requirement to hold on to them or push them aside. This space invites rest through simplicity. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be completed. The forest is already whole in its quiet exchange, and you are welcome to rest within it. Stay here a little longer, listening without effort. Let the forest continue its gentle conversations. Let the fireflies glow and rest in their own time. Allow yourself to sink deeper into the calm that holds everything together so softly. The night remains open and patient, ready to carry this quiet harmony forward as the journey continues, one peaceful moment at a time. As the hours of the night unfold in the Great Smoky Mountains, a deeper stillness begins to settle gently across the forest. It does not arrive suddenly. It eases in gradually, like a soft layer being placed over everything that rests beneath it. Fireflies continue to glow and fade, but their movements feel slower now, more spacious. The light lingers just long enough to be noticed, then releases itself back into darkness without hesitation. There is no sense of ending, only continuation. Calm and unbroken, the forest responds by becoming quieter still. Leaves rest without movement. Branches remain steady, forming dark, reassuring shapes against the sky. The air feels smooth and even, carrying warmth close to the ground and coolness gently above. As you imagine this deepening stillness, notice how naturally your body follows. Muscles soften without instruction. The weight of the day seems to dissolve, leaving only a comfortable heaviness that invites rest. Breathing remains slow and steady, guided by the night's gentle pace. Fireflies drift lower now, closer to grasses and fallen leaves, their light appearing like reflections rather than signals. The forest floor glows briefly, then returns to shadow, holding the warmth of each moment quietly. This is a time when the forest feels most at ease. Nothing changes quickly. Nothing draws attention. Life continues softly, supported by stillness rather than activity. The Smoky Mountains have held countless nights like this, allowing stillness to deepen naturally. They do not rush the process, they trust it. Darkness becomes fuller, more comforting, wrapping around the forest like a familiar presence. As your thoughts grow quieter, you may notice longer pauses between them. These spaces do not need to be filled. They offer rest. The night welcomes them, just as it welcomes the fireflies' brief glows. Stay here with this deepening calm. Let the stillness hold you. Let the forest remain quiet around you. Allow yourself to drift gently, supported by the steady, patient rhythm of the Smoky Mountains. The night continues to carry everything softly forward, inviting deeper rest with each passing moment. As the night rests more fully within the Great Smoky Mountains, time itself begins to feel softer, less defined. Moments no longer line up in neat order. Instead, They blend gently into one another, like colors dissolving at the edge of twilight. The fireflies continue their quiet presence, but now their glow feels almost timeless. Each light appears without urgency, as though it has always been there, waiting patiently for the right moment to be noticed. When it fades, nothing feels lost. The darkness remains complete and calm. The forest seems to move beyond the idea of before and after. Trees stand rooted in a patience that does not measure hours. Leaves rest without counting the passing of minutes. The ground holds warmth without remembering when it arrived. Everything exists simply within the night. As you imagine this softening of time, notice how it affects your own awareness. There is no need to recall what came earlier in the day. There is no reason to anticipate what comes next. This moment is enough, and it stretches comfortably in all directions. Your breathing reflects this ease. Inhale and exhale no longer feel separate or distinct. They flow together, guided by the body's quiet wisdom rather than conscious effort. Each breath feels complete, needing nothing more. Fireflies drift through this timeless space with gentle consistency. Their paths curve slowly, never straight or abrupt. Light appears, rests briefly, and then returns to shadow, leaving behind a sense of continuity rather than interruption. The Smoky Mountains seem to welcome this softened sense of time. These ancient ridges have witnessed countless nights, each one blending into the next without resistance. The forest does not rush the night forward. It allows it to unfold fully at its own pace. As thoughts arise, they may feel less specific now, more like impressions than ideas. This is a natural response to the night's quiet influence. There is no need to hold on to clarity. Rest comes more easily when precision fades. Stay with this feeling of time gently dissolving. Let the forest carry the rhythm for you. Let the fireflies continue their calm exchange of light and rest. Allow yourself to exist within a space where nothing is measured and nothing is required. The night remains open and unhurried, guiding everything deeper into stillness as the journey continues quietly onward. As the night deepens in the Great Smoky Mountains, stillness begins to settle into even finer spaces. Not just between sounds, but between moments, between breaths, between the gentle pulses of firefly light. The forest seems to rest in these quiet intervals, holding them with care. Fireflies continue their soft glow, but the light feels slower now, more spacious. Each pulse appears, rests, and fades without any sense of hurry. Darkness returns fully between glows, offering a pause that feels complete and reassuring. The forest mirrors this rhythm. Leaves rest without stirring. The air feels even, smooth, and calm. The ground remains steady beneath everything, holding warmth close and releasing it slowly. Nothing feels unfinished. As you imagine these pauses, notice how your own body responds. The space between breaths may feel longer now, more comfortable. There is no need to fill it. The body knows how to rest within these quiet moments, just as the forest does. Fireflies drift close to the ground again, their light reflecting softly off leaves and moss. These reflections do not brighten the night, they deepen it, adding layers of calm rather than contrast. This is a time when the forest feels deeply settled, not asleep, but resting. Life continues quietly, supported by stillness rather than movement. The Smoky Mountains hold this state gently, without expectation or change. As thoughts arise, they may pause more often, dissolving before they fully form. This is not something to notice or correct. It is simply the mind responding to the night's invitation to slow down. Stay with this quiet space. Let the pauses expand naturally. Allow each moment to feel complete on its own, without needing to connect to the next. The fireflies continue their calm rhythm. The forest remains steady, and the night offers its deepest stillness yet, guiding everything closer to rest. As the night reaches a deeper calm in the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest begins to feel less like a place around you, and more like a presence that gently holds you. Not in a way that confines or surrounds, but in a way that supports, quietly, steadily, without asking anything in return. Fireflies continue their soft glow, but now their light feels almost secondary to the stillness that carries it. Each gentle pulse appears as if cradled by the air itself, floating within a space that feels safe and unchanging. The darkness does not press in. It opens, allowing rest to settle naturally. The forest seems to lean into this calm. Tree trunks stand solid and reassuring. Branches curve overhead like slow protective gestures. Leaves remain still, creating a sense of enclosure that feels comforting rather than closed. The ground beneath feels warm and dependable, offering a quiet reminder that nothing needs to be held up or supported by effort. As you imagine this moment, allow yourself to release any remaining sense of holding on. Let the forest do the work of support for you. Your body can rest fully now, guided by the night's steady presence. Muscles soften. Breathing remains slow and unforced. Fireflies drift lazily through this held space, their light appearing like a soft acknowledgement rather than a signal. They glow, rest, and glow again, trusting the forest to remain constant beneath them. There is no fear of falling, no need to rush forward. The Smoky Mountains have carried countless nights like this, nights where the forest becomes a quiet shelter, offering rest through stillness. This holding is not active. It does not tighten or adjust. It simply remains, allowing everything within it to settle. Your thoughts may now feel distant, as though they belong to another time or place. This is not something to notice closely. It is simply the mind following the body into rest. The forest does not require clarity. It offers comfort instead. Stay here for a moment longer, allowing yourself to be held by the night. Let the fireflies' gentle glow continue without attention. Let the forest remain steady and calm around you. Nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to end. The night carries everything forward softly, offering rest through presence alone. As the journey continues toward deeper quiet, as the Great Smoky Mountains rest more deeply into the night, everything seems to enter a long, comfortable pause. Not a stopping and not an ending, just a widening of stillness that allows the forest to remain exactly as it is. Time stretches gently here, without direction or demand. The fireflies continue their quiet presence, but their light now feels slower and more spaced. Each glow appears as if from within the night itself, rather than from movement or intention. When it fades, nothing feels lost. The darkness remains complete, calm, and steady. The forest responds by becoming even more settled. Leaves rest in place, holding the air softly between them. Branches remain balanced and unmoving, their shapes familiar and reassuring against the sky. The ground feels warm and grounded, offering a sense of quiet continuity beneath everything above. As you imagine this long pause, notice how your body follows naturally. There is no need to remain alert. Awareness softens. Muscles release their last gentle holds. Breathing continues in smooth, unbroken cycles, supported by the calm of the night. Fireflies drift slowly through open spaces, their light reflecting faintly off leaves and bark. These reflections are brief and muted, adding depth rather than brightness. Darkness holds everything together, offering rest without interruption. The Smoky Mountains have known countless summer nights shaped by this same long pause. Long before trails were walked or names were spoken, the land rested in these extended moments of quiet. The forest remembers how to pause without effort. Thoughts may appear less frequently now, with longer spaces between them. These spaces are not empty. They are full of rest. There is no need to fill them with attention or intention. The night carries them gently. Stay here within this extended stillness. Let the forest remain unchanged around you. Let the fireflies glow when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to sink more fully into the calm that stretches comfortably through the night. Nothing asks for movement. Nothing asks for resolution. The long pause continues, holding everything softly as the journey gradually prepares to open into quieter reflection and rest. As the night continues its gentle unfolding in the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest begins to feel unified in a deeper way, not through movement or sound, but through a shared calm that settles evenly across everything it touches. The land, the air, and the soft glow of fireflies all seem to rest within the same quiet state. The fireflies' light now feels less individual and more like part of a wider presence. Each glow appears within the night as naturally as a breath, then fades without leaving a trace. Darkness remains consistent, holding the light gently rather than absorbing it. The forest responds with an ease that feels familiar. Trees remain steady and rooted. Leaves rest where they are, creating layered stillness rather than silence. The ground continues to offer warmth and support, holding the forest's quiet life without disturbance. As you imagine this unity, notice how your own sense of separation begins to soften. There is no clear boundary between where you rest and where the forest begins. Awareness spreads gently, becoming less focused and more spacious. Your breathing continues smoothly, guided by the calm around you. Inhale and exhale flow together, unmarked by effort or intention. Each breath feels like part of the forest's own rhythm, shared without needing to be noticed. Fireflies drift through the shared stillness, their light appearing softly within the same calm that holds everything else. They no longer feel like separate points of brightness, but like subtle expressions of the night's quiet presence. The Smoky Mountains seem to hold this unity effortlessly. These ridges and valleys have been shaped by long periods of balance, rain settling into soil, roots sharing space underground, seasons moving without urgency. The firefly's glow feels like a continuation of this deep cooperation. Thoughts may now feel distant, softened by the night's steady presence. This is not something to resist. The forest offers rest by easing distinctions, allowing everything to belong without definition. Stay here within this quiet unity. Let the forest remain calm around you. Let the fireflies glow and rest as they do. Allow yourself to drift comfortably within this shared stillness, supported by the long, patient presence of the Smoky Mountains. The journey continues gently, preparing to rise into broader reflections before returning again toward rest, carried quietly by the night's unbroken calm. As the hours of the summer night continue to unfold in the Great Smoky Mountains, a gentle familiarity begins to settle in. The forest no longer feels new or surprising. It feels known, welcoming in the way a quiet place becomes comforting once you have rested there for a while. The fireflies remain present, their soft glows appearing with the same calm rhythm as before. There's nothing different about them now, and that sameness feels soothing. Each light rises, rests, and fades just as it has all night, without variation or effort. The night holds these moments evenly, offering consistency rather than change. The forest seems content within this familiarity. Tree trunks stand as they always have, solid and patient. Leaves remain layered and still, holding the air gently between them. The ground continues to release warmth slowly, creating a sense of steady support beneath everything that rests above it. As you imagine this scene, notice how comfort grows from repetition. The mind no longer scans for detail. Awareness softens, allowing the environment to exist without commentary. You do not need to notice each glow. You do not need to listen for each sound. The night continues whether or not it is observed. Your breathing remains slow and settled, moving naturally with the calm around you. Each inhale arrives easily. Each exhale releases without effort. There's a sense of trust here. Trust that the body knows how to rest, and that the night will continue to hold everything steady. Fireflies drift gently through open spaces, their light reflecting faintly off leaves and bark before dissolving again into shadow. These reflections feel familiar now, like a pattern you no longer need to follow closely. Darkness remains constant, offering reassurance through its steadiness. The Smoky Mountains have always carried this sense of familiarity. Night after night, summer after summer, the forest returns to the same calm state. Nothing needs to be remembered consciously. The land holds its rhythm without thought. As thoughts pass through your mind, they may feel less personal now, more like distant impressions that drift in and out without weight. This is not something to notice or adjust. It is simply another sign that rest is settling in. Stay here within this familiar quiet. Let the forest remain unchanged around you. Let the fireflies continue their gentle rhythm without attention. Allow yourself to rest fully within the comfort of repetition, supported by the steady presence of the night. The journey has carried you deeply into calm, and from this place of familiarity, the forest will soon begin to guide the evening gently toward reflection and rest, without hurry and without demand. As the night settles into its most comfortable depth in the Great Smoky Mountains, the forest reaches a state of quiet ease. Nothing is becoming more or less. Nothing is arriving or leaving. Everything rests exactly where it belongs, held gently within the long embrace of summer night. The fireflies remain present, their light appearing with the same soft patience as before. Each glow feels unremarkable in the best possible way, familiar, expected, and calm. Light lifts briefly from the darkness, then returns to it without hesitation. There is no change in rhythm, no shift in mood. The night remains steady. The forest seems to relax into itself. Tree trunks feel grounded and complete, no longer standing as shapes to be noticed, but as quiet supports woven into the darkness. Leaves remain layered and still, holding pockets of warm air between them. The ground continues to offer gentle stability, absorbing sound and movement with ease. As you imagine this ease, allow it to settle into your own body. There is no need to adjust your position or your breath. Comfort finds you naturally when effort is no longer required. Breathing continues smoothly, rising and falling without interruption, guided by the calm that surrounds you. Fireflies drift lazily through familiar paths, their light appearing like soft echoes rather than signals. Darkness remains present and welcoming, never empty, never heavy. It carries the forest's quiet life without disturbance. The Smoky Mountains feel deeply content in this moment. These ancient ridges have learned how to rest without losing awareness, how to hold stillness without becoming rigid. The forest does not prepare for what comes next. It remains fully within what is. Thoughts may now feel distant or incomplete, appearing only briefly before dissolving again. This is not something to observe or correct. The night encourages this soft fading, offering rest through simplicity rather than focus. Stay here with this sense of ease. Let the forest remain settled around you. Let the fireflies glow gently when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to feel supported by a world that asks nothing of you. This quiet ease marks a gentle turning point in the night's journey. From here, the forest will begin to open into wider reflections, softly, slowly, before guiding everything back toward deeper rest. For now, remain here, resting comfortably within the forest at ease, carried quietly by the steady calm of the Smoky Mountains. As the forest rests in its quiet ease, a wider sense of wonder begins to open, softly, without lifting the calm that has settled so completely. In the Great Smoky Mountains, wonder does not arrive as surprise. It arrives as recognition, like remembering something gentle that was never truly forgotten. The fireflies continue their patient rhythm, their light appearing and resting again. Yet now, their glow feels less like a moment and more like a memory moving through the night. Each brief pulse seems to linger not in the air, but within the forest itself, as though the land knows how to hold light even after it fades. The trees stand quietly, their trunks and branches absorbing the soft glow without reflection. Leaves receive the light gently, then release it back into darkness. Nothing tries to keep it. Nothing tries to extend it. The forest understands that light, like rest, arrives when it is ready and leaves when it is complete. As you imagine this, notice how memory works in a similar way. Not as a collection of details, but as a feeling that settles quietly and remains. A summer night remembered, a sense of calm recalled without needing explanation. These impressions do not require effort to stay. They rest naturally, like firefly light resting briefly in the dark. The Smoky Mountains carry countless such memories. Nights shaped by warm air and quiet glow, seasons repeating without hurry. The forest does not store these moments in any visible way, yet they are present all the same, woven into soil, root, and air. Fireflies move through this remembered space effortlessly. Their light feels familiar to the land, as though it has passed this way many times before. The glow appears, rests, and fades, leaving behind a subtle sense of continuity rather than absence. Your breathing remains slow and settled, moving gently with the rhythm of this quiet remembering. Inhale brings in the softness of the night. Exhale releases into the forest's steady calm. There is no need to recall anything clearly. The feeling alone is enough. As thoughts arise, they may feel less like ideas and more like impressions, soft, incomplete, and easily released. This is the mind resting in the same way the forest rests, allowing memory to exist without attachment. Stay here within this gentle wonder. Let the forest remember for you. Let the fireflies continue their quiet exchange of light and rest. Allow yourself to be carried by the sense that nothing is lost when it fades. Everything simply becomes part of the night's long, peaceful memory. The journey has widened now, opening into reflections that do not disturb the calm. From here, the forest will continue to share what it knows about patience, continuity, and the quiet beauty of letting light come and go, just as rest comes and stays. As the summer night continues its gentle presence in the Great Smoky Mountains, a deeper sense of understanding begins to emerge, not through thought, but through stillness itself. The forest does not analyze or explain. It simply rests, and in that resting, it knows exactly what to do. The fireflies remain part of this quiet intelligence. Their light appears with perfect timing, neither early nor late. Each glow rests briefly within the dark, then releases itself without resistance. Nothing guides them except the steady awareness of the night, shaped by warmth, air, and patience. The trees participate in this stillness as well. Roots remain settled deep in the soil, sharing space without conflict. Branches hold their shape without strain. Leaves rest where they are, allowing air and moisture to move freely between them. Everything knows when to remain still and when to respond gently. As you imagine this, notice how different this intelligence feels from effort or control. It does not rush to solve. It does not push forward. It listens, waits, and responds only when needed. The forest trusts this quiet knowing completely. Your own body responds to this example naturally. Muscles soften further. Breathing remains slow and even, guided by comfort rather than instruction. There's a sense of being allowed to rest, of not needing to hold yourself upright or attentive. Fireflies drift through open spaces with ease, their paths curved and unhurried. Their light feels warm rather than bright, blending smoothly into the night. Darkness does not hide them, it supports them. The Smoky Mountains have been shaped by this intelligence over immense stretches of time. Rain falls gently, reshaping stone without force. Roots widen cracks patiently, never hurried. The land changes, but always at a pace that allows balance to remain. Thoughts may now feel quieter, arriving less often and leaving more easily. This is not something to guide or resist. It is the mind learning from the forest's example, responding only when needed, resting when it is not. Stay with this sense of quiet intelligence. Let the forest demonstrate how stillness can be active without being busy. Let the fireflies glow and rest without intention. Allow yourself to exist within this calm knowing, supported by a world that understands how to slow down. The journey continues to widen gently, revealing more of what the natural world teaches through patience and balance. For now, remain here, resting within the intelligence of stillness as the night carries everything forward with ease. As the night continues to rest over the Great Smoky Mountains, a gentle sense of cooperation becomes noticeable, not through action, but through harmony. Everything seems to know how to share space without effort. The forest, the air, the fireflies, and the darkness all exist together in a calm, unspoken agreement. Fireflies continue their soft rhythm, glowing briefly before returning to rest. Their light does not interrupt the night, it complements it. Each glow fits naturally into the surrounding darkness, as though guided by a shared understanding rather than individual intent. The forest participates in this cooperation quietly. Trees do not compete for attention. Leaves do not shift unnecessarily. Roots remain intertwined beneath the soil, sharing nutrients and space without conflict. The ground holds warmth evenly, offering comfort without distinction. As you imagine this quiet cooperation, notice how it feels to rest within it. There is no need to take up space or to make room. Everything already fits. Your presence is part of this balance, welcomed without requirement or adjustment. Breathing remains slow and steady, moving naturally with the night's calm rhythm. Inhale arrives easily. Exhale releases gently. There is no separation between your breath and the air around you. Both move together, quietly and without effort. Fireflies drift through open spaces with ease, their paths overlapping softly without collision. Their light appears where it is needed, then fades, allowing darkness to return fully. This balance between presence and absence feels intentional, yet effortless. The Smoky Mountains have always relied on this quiet cooperation. Water flows where it can. Plants grow where light reaches them. Animals move gently through shared spaces. Nothing insists. Nothing resists. Balance emerges naturally from patience and time. Thoughts may now feel lighter, less demanding. They may pass through awareness like distant echoes, fading before they fully form. This is not something to guide or notice closely. It is simply another sign of rest deepening. Stay here within this shared calm. Let the forest continue its quiet cooperation. Let the fireflies glow and rest without attention. Allow yourself to be part of a world that knows how to exist together peacefully, without urgency or separation. The journey continues to expand gently, revealing how harmony arises not from effort, but from allowing each part of the natural world to move at its own calm pace. As the summer night settles more deeply into the Great Smoky Mountains, it begins to carry the feeling of many seasons at once. Though the air remains warm and gentle, there's a quiet sense of continuity here, a reminder that this single night is part of something much larger, moving slowly and patiently through time. The fireflies glow softly, their light appearing and fading as it has all evening. In their calm rhythm, there's a suggestion of cycles repeating, nights returning, summers passing, patterns continuing without effort. Each glow feels like a small echo of countless others that have come before, and countless more that will follow. The forest holds these cycles with ease. Trees rest in their summer fullness, leaves layered and still, yet carrying within them the memory of cooler nights and changing light. The ground, warmed by the day, releases heat slowly, knowing that cooler seasons will arrive in their own time. As you imagine this, notice how comforting it feels to sense continuity rather than change. The night does not rush toward morning. It remains complete as it is. The seasons flow gently through it, without pressure or urgency. Your breathing continues to follow this calm pattern. Inhale and exhale move smoothly, guided by the body's natural rhythm. There is no need to anticipate what comes next. The moment holds itself. Fireflies drift lazily through the forest, their light tracing slow paths that feel timeless. Darkness remains steady, holding space for light to come and go. The forest does not mark the passage of time with clocks or measures. It experiences it through repetition and rest. The Smoky Mountains have witnessed countless seasons layered over one another. Spring rains, summer warmth, autumn colors, winter quiet. Yet each night, like this one, exists fully on its own. Nothing is missing. Nothing is incomplete. As thoughts arise, they may feel less attached to any particular time. Memories and expectations soften, losing their edges. This is the mind responding naturally to the forest's sense of continuity. Stay here within this flowing stillness. Let the night carry the quiet presence of many seasons at once. Let the fireflies continue their calm exchange of light and rest. Allow yourself to feel supported by a world that moves forward without hurry, one gentle cycle at a time. The journey continues to expand softly, preparing to reflect on the deeper rhythms that guide life toward rest, renewal, and quiet return. As the night continues its gentle presence in the Great Smoky Mountains, a quiet sense of adaptation becomes visible, not through effort or change, but through ease. Everything here seems to know how to belong to the night naturally, adjusting softly to darkness, warmth, and stillness without disturbance. The fireflies move within this ease as if guided by an unspoken understanding. Their light appears exactly as it needs to, shaped by the calm air and the settled forest. They do not try to shine longer or brighter. They glow briefly, then rest again, trusting the night to hold them when the light fades. The forest adapts in the same unhurried way. Leaves rest where they are, shifting only slightly with the breeze. Branches remain balanced, accepting the night's coolness without resistance. Roots stay settled beneath the soil, sharing space and moisture quietly, without competition. As you imagine this scene, notice how different this kind of adaptation feels. It is not about adjustment through effort. It is about alignment, about allowing conditions to guide movement gently rather than pushing against them. Your own body responds naturally to this softness. Muscles release their final holds. Breathing remains slow and even, guided by comfort rather than intention. There is nothing to correct, nothing to improve. Rest arrives simply because the night allows it. Fireflies drift through familiar paths, their light weaving gently among leaves and shadows. Darkness remains steady, never opposing the glow, never swallowing it. Instead, it offers a place for the light to rest, making each brief appearance feel complete. The Smoky Mountains have always lived by this quiet poetry of adaptation. Over long stretches of time, the land has learned how to respond to changing light, shifting air, and gentle seasonal cycles. Nothing resists change here. Nothing hurries it. Balance unfolds slowly, shaped by patience rather than force. Thoughts may now feel lighter and less defined, appearing softly before dissolving again. This is not something to notice closely or guide. It is simply the mind following the forest's example, responding gently, then resting again. Stay here within this calm adaptability. Let the forest continue to show how life moves forward without struggle. Let the fireflies glow and rest as they always have. Allow yourself to exist within a world that understands how to change quietly, without losing its sense of peace. The journey continues to widen gently, preparing to reflect on deeper rhythms of rest, renewal, and return, carried softly by the night and shaped by patience alone. As the night stretches gently onward in the Great Smoky Mountains, everything seems to move at a pace that feels kind. There is no urgency here, no sense of needing to arrive anywhere else. The forest has settled into slowness, and within that slowness, a deep serenity begins to unfold. Fireflies continue their soft rhythm, but their movement feels even more unhurried now. Each glow appears calmly, rests briefly, and fades without interruption. There is no repetition that feels rushed, no moment that feels incomplete. Light and darkness share space easily, without competition. The forest mirrors this gentle pace. Leaves remain still, holding the air softly between them. Branches do not sway unless the breeze invites them. The ground remains warm and steady, offering quiet support beneath everything that rests above it. As you imagine this scene, notice how slowness here feels expansive rather than restrictive. Time opens instead of pressing forward. Moments feel wide and accommodating, allowing awareness to soften naturally. Your breathing reflects this ease. Inhale arrives slowly, filling space without effort. Exhale releases just as gently, leaving a comfortable pause behind. There's no need to adjust or deepen the breath. It finds its own calm rhythm, guided by the night. Fireflies drift through open spaces, their light tracing slow, curved paths. Darkness remains constant, offering a steady backdrop that holds each glow without expectation. The forest does not hurry the night along. It allows it to be complete. The Smoky Mountains have always moved at this pace. These ancient ridges were shaped over long periods of time by processes that unfolded slowly and patiently. Rain softened stone, roots widened soil. Nothing rushed. Everything arrived when it was ready. As thoughts arise, they may feel less pressing now, more like distant impressions than concerns. This is not something to notice closely. It is simply the mind responding to the forest's invitation to slow down. Stay here within this serene slowness. Let the forest remain steady around you. Let the fireflies glow gently when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to settle fully into a pace that asks nothing of you. The journey continues softly, preparing to reflect on what slowness offers, how it allows life to rest, renew, and return without strain, carried quietly by the steady calm of the night. As the night rests calmly over the Great Smoky Mountains, it begins to offer a quiet lesson, one that does not arrive through words or instruction, but through example. Nothing here holds on too tightly. Nothing resists the gentle unfolding of darkness. The forest shows how letting go can feel natural, safe, and complete. Fireflies continue their soft presence, glowing briefly before returning to rest. Each light appears without effort and fades without hesitation. There's no attempt to remain visible longer than necessary. The night receives each glow and then releases it, just as gently as it arrived. The forest follows the same pattern. Leaves do not cling to the warmth of day. They allow the cool air to settle among them. Branches do not resist stillness. They rest within it. The ground releases heat slowly, trusting that warmth will return when it is time. As you imagine this, notice how different letting go feels here. It is not loss, it is not absence. It is simply a return to balance. The night does not take anything away. It rearranges everything into rest. Your body responds naturally to this lesson. Muscles soften further. Breathing remains slow and steady, without effort. There is no need to hold yourself alert or prepared. The night carries that responsibility for you. Fireflies drift through open spaces, their light leaving no trace once it fades. Yet nothing feels empty afterward. Darkness remains full, holding sound, warmth, and quiet life within it. Letting go does not create a gap, it creates space. The Smoky Mountains have practiced this gentle release for countless nights. Daylight fades, warmth settles, sounds soften, nothing is forced. Everything arrives at rest through patience. As thoughts pass through your mind, they may feel easier to release now. There is no need to finish them. There is no need to follow them. Like firefly light, they can appear briefly and then fade, leaving calm behind. Stay here with this quiet teaching. Let the forest demonstrate how letting go does not require effort. It happens naturally when there's trust in what holds you. The journey continues to move gently toward deeper rest. From here, the reflections will begin to soften further, guiding everything toward stillness, closure, and the peaceful return that comes at the heart of every quiet night. As the night settles into its most settled hour in the Great Smoky Mountains, a quiet sense of return begins to appear. Not a movement backward, and not a change of place, but a return to something familiar that has been present all along. The forest does not shift. The fireflies do not change their rhythm, and yet, everything feels gently gathered back into itself. The fireflies continue their soft glow, appearing and fading with the same calm patience as before. Their light now feels less like an event and more like a reassurance. It is there when it is needed and gone when it is complete. Nothing is lost in its absence. The night remains whole. The forest rests easily within this feeling of return. Trees stand quietly, their roots settled deep in soil that remembers how to hold them. Leaves remain layered and still, carrying the warmth of the night air without resistance. The ground feels steady and familiar, offering the same quiet support it has offered all evening. As you imagine this moment, notice how return does not require travel. You do not need to go anywhere else to find rest. You do not need to become something different. The calm you are settling into has been nearby the entire time, waiting patiently. Your breathing reflects this ease. Inhale and exhale arrive smoothly, without separation or effort. Each breath feels complete on its own, yet connected gently to the next. There is no sense of beginning or ending, only continuity. Fireflies drift through the forest as they always have, their light tracing slow, familiar paths. Darkness holds them gently, offering space rather than resistance. Nothing in the forest asks for change. Everything is content to remain. The Smoky Mountains seem to understand this kind of return deeply. These ridges and valleys have endured countless cycles, yet they do not carry tension from what has passed. Each night begins anew without needing to forget the ones before it. Return here is not repetition, it is presence. As thoughts appear, they may feel softer now, less tied to direction or meaning. This is not something to observe closely. It is simply the mind settling into the same quiet return as the forest, resting where it already is. Stay here with this sense of gentle arrival. Let the forest remain unchanged around you. Let the fireflies glow when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to return fully, without effort, to the calm that has been holding you all along. From here, the journey will begin its slow descent toward rest. The night has shared its wider reflections, and now it prepares to guide everything, light, thought, and breath, back into stillness, softly and without haste. As the night deepens once more in the Great Smoky Mountains, the quiet question from earlier returns, not as something to be solved, but as something already understood. What does a forest remember? The answer does not arrive in words. It arrives as a feeling, settling softly into the calm that now surrounds everything. The forest remembers how to rest. Fireflies continue their gentle glow, appearing briefly and then returning to darkness without hesitation. Their light feels less noticeable now, not because it has faded, but because it belongs so naturally to the night. It no longer draws attention. It simply exists, like breath, like warmth held quietly in the ground. The trees remain steady, their long presence offering reassurance without effort. Leaves rest where they are, no longer adjusting, no longer listening for change. The air feels even and smooth, holding the forest in a comfortable stillness. As you rest with this moment, notice how little remains to be done. The night has already carried you where you need to be. The question does not ask for memory as a collection of events, but as a way of being. The forest remembers how to slow, how to pause, how to let light come and go without clinging. Your breathing mirrors this understanding. Inhale arrives naturally. Exhale releases without thought. There's no need to follow the breath closely. It continues on its own, supported by the calm around you. Fireflies drift lower now, their light closer to the forest floor, closer to rest. Darkness becomes fuller, not heavier, holding everything gently. The night feels complete, as though nothing more needs to unfold. The Smoky Mountains have answered their question through presence alone. Memory here is not stored. It is practiced. Night after night, the forest remembers how to return to stillness, how to hold life quietly until morning comes on its own. As thoughts pass through your mind, they may feel less defined, more like soft impressions that dissolve easily. This is not something to notice closely. It is simply the mind following the forest's example, letting go of form, resting in calm. Stay here as the night begins its slow descent toward rest. Let the question settle without resolution. Let the answer remain gentle and wordless. The forest remembers through stillness. And now, so do you. The journey continues downward, guiding everything toward quiet closure, where movement fades and rest becomes complete. As the night moves gently forward in the Great Smoky Mountains, the world grows quieter in a way that feels complete. Not emptier, and not distant, simply quieter, as though every part of the forest has found its most comfortable place to rest. The fireflies remain, but their glow feels softer now, more occasional. Each light appears like a small reassurance rather than a signal, then fades calmly back into the dark. Darkness no longer feels like something that arrives. It feels like something that has always been here, holding everything patiently. The forest settles even further. Leaves rest without movement. Branches remain balanced and still. The air feels smooth and evenly cooled, touching everything lightly without disturbance. Sounds become fewer, then gentler, until they blend into a single sense of presence rather than noise. As you imagine this deepening quiet, notice how naturally your awareness follows. There is no need to stay alert. Attention loosens its hold, spreading softly rather than focusing. The body feels heavier in a comfortable way, supported fully by the ground and the calm around it. Your breathing continues at its own pace, slow and unforced. Each inhale feels smaller now, quieter. Each exhale feels longer, easing gently into stillness. There is no need to guide it. The night has already set the rhythm. Fireflies drift lower still, their light appearing close to the forest floor, near grasses and fallen leaves. These brief glows feel almost like reflections, quiet reminders that life continues gently, even as rest deepens. The Smoky Mountains seem to welcome this quieter state. These ridges and valleys have learned how to let the night settle completely. Nothing resists the calm. Nothing seeks to remain active. Everything trusts the slow movement toward rest. Thoughts may now appear only faintly, if at all. When they do, they pass through softly, leaving no trace. This is not something to notice or correct. It is simply the mind responding to the quiet that surrounds it. Stay here within this deepening stillness. Let the forest remain quiet around you. Let the fireflies glow when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to drift comfortably as the world continues to grow quieter, without effort and without expectation. The descent continues gently, guiding everything, light, breath and awareness, closer to complete rest, carried by the calm that now fills the night completely. As the night deepens further in the Great Smoky Mountains, darkness no longer feels like something that surrounds the forest. It feels like something the forest has gently settled into. The transition is so gradual that it is almost unnoticed, like slipping into a familiar and comfortable space. The fireflies still appear from time to time, but their light is softer now, quieter. Each glow feels less like movement and more like reassurance, brief, warm, and complete. When the light fades, the darkness remains calm and unchanged, holding the forest with steady care. Trees rest fully in this darkness. Their forms are no longer defined by edges or contrast, but by presence alone. Leaves blend into one another, creating a layered softness rather than shape. The ground beneath feels solid and dependable, offering quiet support without asking for awareness. As you imagine this settling, allow your own awareness to sync with it. There is no need to stay present in any particular way. Attention can loosen and drift. Rest in wherever it naturally falls. The night does not require you to observe it. It welcomes you to rest within it. Breathing becomes even more subtle now. Inhale arrives quietly, barely noticed. Exhale releases gently, stretching into longer moments of stillness. The pauses between breaths feel natural and comfortable, offering space rather than silence. Fireflies drift closer to rest, their paths shorter, their glows less frequent. They seem content to share the darkness rather than illuminate it. The forest accepts this easily, remaining balanced and calm. The Smoky Mountains have always known how to settle like this. Night after night, the land eases into darkness without resistance. There is no sense of loss as light fades, only the comfort of returning to a quieter state. Thoughts may now feel distant or incomplete, dissolving before they take form. This is not something to notice closely. It is simply the mind following the body into rest, guided by the steady calm of the night. Stay here, settling fully into the dark. Let the forest remain steady around you. Let the fireflies glow gently when they do, and rest when they do not. Allow yourself to sink deeper into stillness, supported by a night that holds everything softly. The descent continues, carrying you toward the quietest part of the journey, where movement fades almost completely and rest becomes effortless, natural, and whole. As the night reaches its deepest calm in the Great Smoky Mountains, rest arrives without announcement. It does not enter suddenly, and it does not replace anything. It simply becomes present, as naturally as the darkness itself. Nothing needs to change for this rest to exist. It has been forming quietly all along. The fireflies are still here, though their glow appears only now and then. Each light feels like a final, gentle punctuation, brief, warm, and complete. When it fades, there is no sense of absence. The night remains full, holding everything in a steady, comforting stillness. The forest is fully settled. Trees stand without effort, no longer understanding themselves as shapes, but as quiet anchors within the dark. Leaves rest together in soft layers, creating a sense of shelter rather than sound. The ground feels solid and deeply familiar, offering the kind of support that does not need to be noticed to be trusted. As you imagine this moment, Allow yourself to notice how little is required of you now. There is no need to listen closely. No need to follow the breath. No need to remain aware of time or place. Rest has arrived on its own, shaped gently by the night's patience. Breathing continues quietly in the background, smaller and slower than before. Each inhale arrives reminder-free. Each exhale dissolves easily, leaving behind a long, comfortable pause. The body understands this rhythm instinctively, without guidance. The Smoky Mountains remain unchanged in this deepest hour. They do not prepare for morning. They do not hold onto the night. They rest fully within what is, trusting the natural return of light when it is ready. Fireflies drift lower still, their presence felt more than seen. Their light, when it appears, seems to come from within the night itself, rather than from movement. Darkness holds them gently, just as it holds the forest, the air, and the quiet life within. Thoughts may now be rare, or may arrive only as fragments, dissolving almost immediately. This is not something to notice or manage. It is simply the mind releasing its need to stay awake, following the body into deeper rest. Stay here, where rest requires no effort. Let the forest remain steady around you. Let the night hold everything without change. Allow yourself to be carried gently into stillness, supported by a world that has already done the work of calming. From here, the journey begins its final easing, where words grow lighter, movement fades almost completely, and the night prepares to cradle you into sleep, softly and without interruption. As the night settles into its final, quiet rhythm in the Great Smoky Mountains, even the smallest movements begin to fade. The forest no longer shifts or responds. It simply remains, steady and calm, as though it has found the most comfortable way to exist. The fireflies are still present, but their light now feels far away, less something to notice and more something to sense. A faint glow appears once in a while, gentle and brief, then dissolves back into the dark without leaving a trace. The night does not change when the light fades. It remains full, soft, and complete. The trees rest deeply, no longer defined by shape or height, but by presence alone. Leaves lie quietly against one another, forming layers of stillness that feel protective rather than enclosing. The air feels even and smooth, resting gently against everything it touches. As you imagine this moment, notice how awareness itself begins to drift. There is no need to follow the scene closely now. Details soften, edges blur. The forest becomes more of a feeling than a place, a quiet background that allows rest to deepen naturally. Breathing continues on its own, slow and shallow, barely asking to be noticed. Each inhale arrives quietly. Each exhale releases just as gently, leaving behind long, comfortable pauses. The body knows how to rest here. It does not need instruction. The Smoky Mountains remain unchanged, holding the night with the same patience they have always shown. There's no sense of waiting for morning, no anticipation of what comes next. The present moment stretches gently, wide enough to hold complete rest. Fireflies drift closer to stillness, their movement barely perceptible. When their light appears, it feels like a distant echo rather than an event. Darkness holds everything easily, without effort or resistance. Thoughts, if they appear at all, feel light and fleeting. They do not ask to be followed. They dissolve on their own, leaving calm behind. This is not something to notice or manage. It is simply the mind following the body into rest. Stay here, where nothing needs to be held or understood. Let the forest remain quiet around you. Let the night continue without change. Allow yourself to sink gently into this deep calm, where light grows distant and rest feels natural and complete. The final moments of the journey continue softly from here, guiding everything, breath, thought, and awareness, into the quietest part of the night, where sleep waits patiently without words or expectation. As the Great Smoky Mountains remain settled in their deepest calm, the distinction between breath and night begins to soften. The forest no longer feels like something around you. It feels like something you are quietly breathing with, slow, steady, and unbroken. Fireflies are now only faintly present. Their light appears rarely, gently, as if remembering itself rather than announcing its presence. When a glow does appear, it is soft and distant, dissolving almost as soon as it is noticed. Darkness receives it easily, without response or change. The trees rest fully, their presence felt more than seen. Leaves no longer separate into individual shapes. They become part of a single, quiet texture that holds the air gently in place. The ground beneath remains steady and warm, offering a sense of quiet support that does not ask to be acknowledged. As you rest with this moment, notice how breathing has become almost invisible. Inhale arrives quietly, without effort. Exhale releases just as gently, stretching into long pauses that feel comfortable and complete. There is no need to follow the breath. It moves on its own, guided by the night. The forest seems to breathe in the same way. Air moves slowly through open spaces. Warmth settles evenly. Nothing rises or falls noticeably. Everything remains balanced, held within the same quiet rhythm. The Smoky Mountains have known this state countless times, where night becomes so complete that it no longer feels like a transition. It simply is. There is no sense of before or after, only a steady presence that allows rest to deepen naturally. Thoughts may now appear only as faint impressions, if they appear at all. They do not form fully. They drift through softly, dissolving before they require attention. This is not something to observe. It is simply the mind releasing its need to remain awake. Fireflies rest within this stillness, their presence absorbed into the calm of the forest. Light no longer contrasts with darkness. Both exist together quietly, without distinction. Stay here, where breath and night move together. Let the forest continue to hold everything gently. Let your awareness soften further, spreading out and becoming less defined. Nothing is required of you now. There is no need to listen closely or remain present. Rest has become the natural state, supported by the steady calm of the Smoky Mountains. The journey continues to ease toward its quiet close, where even words begin to feel unnecessary, and sleep approaches softly, guided only by breath, darkness, and the deep stillness of the night. As the night settles into its quietest hour in the Great Smoky Mountains, stillness spreads without edges or boundaries. There is no clear beginning or ending to it. It simply exists, filling the forest evenly, like a calm presence that does not need to be noticed to be felt. Fireflies are now barely visible, their light appearing only as an occasional, distant softness. When a glow does emerge, it feels more like a memory than a moment, brief, gentle, and easily released. Darkness receives it completely, unchanged and steady. The forest rests deeply. Trees are no longer separate forms. They blend into the night, becoming part of a single, quiet texture. Leaves lie together without distinction. The ground remains solid and warm, holding everything without movement. As you rest within this stillness, awareness itself begins to soften further. Attention no longer moves from one thing to another. It spreads gently, becoming less focused and more diffuse. There is no need to follow any thought or sensation. Everything feels distant and calm. Breathing continues quietly in the background, almost imperceptible. Inhale and exhale move with such ease that they require no awareness. The pauses between breaths feel long and comfortable, offering rest rather than silence. The Smoky Mountains have always known how to hold this kind of stillness. Night after night, they return to this state where nothing asks for attention and nothing needs to change. The land rests fully within itself. Thoughts, if they appear at all, are faint and fleeting. They do not connect. They do not linger. They dissolve naturally, leaving calm in their place. This is not something to notice or correct. It is simply the mind settling into rest. Fireflies remain part of this quiet field, their presence absorbed into the darkness rather than standing apart from it. Light and shadow no longer contrast. They merge into a single, gentle calm. Stay here, where stillness has no edges. Let the forest remain steady around you. Let your awareness continue to soften and spread without effort. The final moments of the journey approach gently now, where even these quiet words begin to fade, and rest deepens into something complete, natural, and unbroken, carried softly by the night. As the night reaches its most settled depth in the Great Smoky Mountains, everything feels gently carried, not held tightly, and not guided forward, simply supported, as though the quiet itself has taken over the work of presence. Nothing needs to remain alert. Nothing needs to stay separate. The fireflies are now almost entirely at rest. Their light, when it appears, is faint and distant, like a soft recollection passing through the dark. It glows briefly, then dissolves without leaving an impression. The night receives it calmly, unchanged and complete. The forest rests as one. Trees, leaves, ground, and air no longer feel like individual elements. They blend into a single, steady calm. Shapes soften beyond recognition. The landscape becomes a feeling rather than a place, wide, gentle, and undemanding. As you rest within this quiet, notice how there is nothing left to do. Breathing continues softly, guided by the body without effort. Each inhale is small and easy. Each exhale stretches gently, followed by long pauses that feel natural and comfortable. Awareness itself feels lighter now, less anchored to any thought or sensation. Attention drifts without direction, like mist settling across the forest floor. There is no need to follow it. It settles on its own. The Smoky Mountains remain unchanged in this hour. They do not prepare for morning. They do not wait for anything. They simply rest, trusting the natural return of light when it is ready. This trust fills the night with ease. Thoughts may no longer form clearly, if they appear at all. They pass through like distant echoes, fading before they can take shape. This is not something to notice. It is simply the mind releasing its need to stay awake. Fireflies rest within this calm, their presence absorbed into the stillness. Light is no longer separate from darkness. Both exist together quietly, without contrast or effort. Stay here, carried by the quiet. Let the forest continue to support everything gently. Let your body rest fully, without instruction. Let awareness soften until it no longer feels like something to hold. The journey is nearly complete now. Words will soon grow unnecessary. The night remains steady and kind, guiding everything, breath, thought, and feeling, into deep, effortless rest, where sleep waits softly without calling or command. The night now rests in its deepest and most complete stillness. In the Great Smoky Mountains, nothing shifts and nothing waits. The forest has settled into a calm so gentle that it no longer feels like an experience. It feels like a state of being. Fireflies are no longer something to notice. Their presence has blended fully into the dark, becoming part of the night itself. Any remaining glow is distant and soft, like a memory that no longer needs to appear in light to be known. Darkness holds everything evenly, without effort or change. The trees rest without distinction. Leaves lie quietly together, no longer separate forms, but a single texture of calm. The ground remains steady and warm, offering support without sensation. The air feels smooth and continuous, touching everything gently and then receding from awareness. Breathing continues on its own, slow and quiet. Each inhale arrives without invitation. Each exhale fades naturally into long, comfortable pauses. There is no need to listen for the breath. It belongs to the night now, moving as easily as the air through the forest. Thoughts have softened beyond shape. If they appear at all, they dissolve before forming meaning. Nothing asks to be remembered. Nothing asks to be released. Awareness itself feels wide and faint, like mist resting low among trees. The Smoky Mountains remain exactly as they are, unchanging, patient, complete. They do not mark the passage of time. They do not anticipate dawn. They simply rest, trusting that light will return when it is ready, just as rest arrived without being called. This is where the journey settles. There is no conclusion to reach, no final image to hold. The forest has carried you gently into this quiet place, where effort has no role and attention is no longer needed. Here, everything moves, as it always has, slowly, softly, and without resistance. Light comes and goes. Breath rises and falls. Night holds, and release follows naturally. Everything flows through the wild. Sleep in that motion,